And we're back. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with pocket twos here. Probably supposed to ship it all in on when it's folded to me. And I actually think if one of those three goes all in, I'm gonna raise over the top of them and hope it's just me versus them. But we'll see. If it goes, he goes all in and then he like ships all in, I'll fold though. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to just fold this here though. Man, I hate pocket twos in the worst way. I gotta go though. And hope. I honestly just want to take the blinds down. I do not want to race anything here. Beautiful. Holy crap, they're at hand for hand already? So we're going to make our goal. Beautiful. We're going to make our first goal of the tournament. And now, since we're not really in a great situation here, we only have 10 big blinds, we're going to take this basically, let's see, wow, the money does not even do anything. I'm just going to make my goal to play all my hands the right way, because I'm not expecting a deep run right now or anything when you're just sitting with 10 big blinds, so perfectly fine. Made our first goal. Our second goal now is to let's see, when's the next break? In 2 minutes. So it's hard to say because I'm obviously going to be shoving still a wide range of hands here because I only have 10 big blinds. But yeah, we're just gonna we'll talk about a little bit at the towards the end of the break. So right now we're going to make our first goal, it looks like, no matter what, because most likely somebody out of the 252 other people will get knocked out. Lowest stack is 0 chips right now, so someone is all in. And the average chip count is 21,000 higher than me, which is still a depressing... Wow, it's only like 14 big blinds, 15 big blinds. Ugh. It's 14 big blinds. That's just gross. And that's the chip average. These tournaments are basically patience. Picking the right spot to put your money in there, so we should be going on break, I think, for the... Nope, we get another hand. King Jack, I'm actually just going to fold it. 2 people behind. We made the first goal, which is nice. King Jack 4 in the cutoff or the button we raise, but right here I'm going to let it go. And I'm trying to talk myself out of it because I did not notice who was in the big blind. And that helps me a ton. If it was just me, Bridge, and Dave, I think I would have actually went all in there. I think it would have been the better play. Dave, you cannot fold anything here. I don't care if you have 7-2. Ugh. So I had a king. Only a king live versus Chippus and actually Bridge. So that ended up being very nice for us. So thank you for having a hand there, sir. I would have lost 14K. And honestly, making an isolation play with King Jack offsuit, now that I even think about it, is pretty terrible. Because I even said it earlier. Any ace they'll push with, so automatically you're behind. Wow. That's the 3rd time this tournament we've seen quads. It's pretty quick. He was calling for... Oh, I guess he called for ace jack. and it was just on a delay of those quads. So we're on break now, so we're just going to go ahead and pause it, and we'll come back whenever we're starting up again. And we're back. We got, this is the first hand we've been back since we had 9-4 diamonds under the gun. Obviously an auto fold. There's a lot of people in this tournament. We were talking during the break, actually, in the chat box. I told them it's the third time I've seen quads in this tourney, and a lot of other people said they've seen it like 2 times too, so that's pretty nutty. It's flying around in this tourney. There's a very substantial 77,000 chip raise to that guy. If he calls and he loses, yeah, 18. So he's in the race, winning so far. Pocket 10s, look at that. That's honestly a tough call. Because he literally, when he loses that hand, or I mean if he loses that hand, he has less than 3 blinds left. And he still has 77, so if he folds, I mean, that's a tough call. So, props to him for making it and being right. Unfortunately, when you call pre-flop raises like that, and you're right, that's only half the battle. That excitement lasts such a short amount of time usually when an ace or a king peels off and you're like, shit. I actually hate that my small blind is his big blind since he has so much chips. Literally, for him to lose 52,000 to me, he still has a crap load of chips. And I'd rather not risk my... I know it's suited and everything, you can make it straight, the whole dumb argument, but I don't like 2 gappers. 2 gappers are pretty brutal. So we're just going to try to look for a better hand here. We get the button next hand, so I'm very comfortable just giving up my 3,500 plus our ante. So, what a beautiful fold too. Pocket aces. Thank you, Jesus, for making my brain think the way I did for that one hand. Next time I'll probably think completely different. Sorry if you hear me chomping on ice here. Clubs are dead. The jacks and the 7s, and I folded neither. Ace king. So just to take a win of blinds is 18,000 now. That's very, very delish. I'm obviously going to need it since I have, 7 big blinds. Under 7 big blinds, barely. So we're back to the same situation again where we get any decent hand pretty much and we have a good enough position. We'll just shove it right in there. If we get queen jack offsuit and we're under the gun, we'll still fold it. I mean, we have enough chips where we can fold and go through the next orbit. So, I mean, every orbit with 9 players, we're losing 5,600 in chips, something like that. Or wait, I'm sorry, 8,100 in chips. A little lower than that. So that's pretty substantial. 8,100 plus the 10, so we're losing 18,000 per orbit, so we'll have 29,000-ish. So even on a double, we'll go back up to 60,000 some, so. Look at that, 5-7, hitting that flush. A 2 won that pot. That is pretty gross. Wow, that's hilarious. King 7, I'm honestly going to wait for a better hand than this to put it in there with. What do you have? Ace 3. Why aren't you going all in pre-flop with that, buddy? Man, he limps. You got 21,000 in there. If you just ship 46,000, you... Hey, it's such a weird play. Ace 3 suited. Now he's probably going to go in with a weaker hand than his last one. No, he has Ace 6, but many hits. He should have a lot more chips if he was going to play. I don't know if he would have played Ace 6 the same way with a raise in front of him now when he had 60,000 chips after that other hand, but if he did, holy cow.